This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
Chill. Holla. I'm gonna knock the camera over. I'm gonna knock the camera. Are you talking to me?
No.
Oh. All right. Welcome to a special edition of IDM, episode 143, starting a little late tonight, but that's okay. Shorts has stuff going on in his life. Trying to improve the show. I am your guy.
Yeah, turn the light out. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do a podcast in the dark.
I'm your guy, Othman Boucherb. Happy Friday, October 24th. Joined by the one, the only, my partner in crime.
They do crime.
Blue shorts, Lingonberry. What's up, dog?
Hey, Othman, how are you? I'm good, grand, wonderful, awesome. What's up?
I am doing fantastic. Shouts to the dogs who have been waiting patiently in the chat. We appreciate you. We know, you know, it's Friday night. You could be anywhere, but you choose to spend your Friday nights with us. And it sucks. You know, one time I went to a Wu-Tang concert with my guy, Adam McNair. And Wu-Tang did not hit the stage till about 3 hours after they were supposed to hit the stage. So I know how it feels to be sitting there waiting for the show to begin. So shouts to you guys for hanging on with us. But it was not, you know, it was not just us twiddling our thumbs or, you know, wasting time just for the sake of it. Shorts is trying to improve the show. He bought a brand new board, as I told members of the chat, for like a lot of money. Well, for us, a lot of money. And you were trying to set it up, but we were having some difficulty.
Yeah, we're having a couple of difficulties tonight.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to start any shit. But you know, there are obvious things that you're alluding to, so I don't know what I should say and what I shouldn't say. So I'll follow your lead on that front.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to it on the Patreon or something.
Okay. So for those who are not watching, for those who aren't listening, Shorts is doing the show from a different part of the house. And there's a baby in the background, I hear. What is it? Is this because you were getting the deck done and the basement is uninhabitable right now?
No, we're here in Charlottesville, Virginia for a wedding of sorts.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a friend of the bride's side, if I'm saying that correctly.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I'm willingly here. I definitely do want to be here.
Okay. So as I said, I don't want to start any chit. I don't know what your surroundings are like right now.
Okay.
So I don't want to say anything that is going to get you in trouble.
Well, let me just set the scene.
Okay.
All right, we're at an Airbnb in the middle of Virginia. I was, not that it matters, but I was told there would be a separate room where I could record the podcast.
Some would even say it doesn't matter.
Some might say that. And this is a very nice cottage, we'll call it.
Nice.
It's very expensive. Definitely out of my price range. I mean, so expensive, I would have just chosen to stay home. But here we are.
Yeah.
At the cost of saving money. But there is a loft bedroom. And there is no separate room for the podcast area. So it was either this or do the podcast in the bathroom.
Oh.
Which I thought would be kind of funny until I saw water puddles all over the floor. And I've got about 14 electronic devices plugged in to do this show. So that wasn't really a viable option.
It might have been funny seeing you do the show from a bathtub. You know?
Yeah, maybe I'll set everything up again for round 2 on the Patreon.
That's interesting. So shouts to you, dude. On a remote location, you were trying to set up the new board.
Yes, because I just wanted to see if it would work. And I had about 45 minutes, which, hey, depending on who you ask, maybe I was supposed to have a little bit more time to set up. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know. That's open to interpretation, but
yeah,
it didn't end up being quite enough time. So I had to switch to the old board I don't think it's fair to say the last minute. It was past start time, but hey, everything's great. I'm happy. The baby just went to bed. I'm being told that I'm being too loud and that there's too many lights for a video podcast. It's cool. Awesome. Everything's great.
Now, real quick, just because the dogs have been so patient in the chat, I just want to read a couple of their comments. Richmond John says, "Banger alert." Alexa, 2 words. Oh boy. Our guy D-Tet says, "Is this a Halloween episode? Because he's seeing ghosts." Romex goes, "Shorts, just tell a ghost story. The lighting is perfect." Our guy Dave Slizot says, "Lulz, this is going to be an all-timer." Richmond John, IDF captured Shorts and made him babysit. Jem Montana, so after all that, y'all aren't even in the same place. No, but we have plans to. We have Richmond John, I really appreciate this. No stress, boys. You two is enough. That's really nice. But also, shouts to our girl Pia. She says she's in Lynchburg. She can come see you. You won't hang out with Pia.
You think I wouldn't rather be doing that right now?
Dude, she says, I can't see him till tomorrow, but I would buy him a drink. You should definitely hang out with Pia, dude. That'd be awesome.
We'll work it out.
Oh, shit. We got to get to one of these real quick before we get into the show. As always, we appreciate it.
Program alert.
I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Our dog, Dave Slizot. So I think you guys should put some cash into promoting that Whitney Cummings clip you posted. It's butt funny, shows your passion, and a larger audience can relate. I appreciate that, Dave Slizot. I'm not sure if he's talking about the one where he's probably talking about the one where you were going crazy on Whitney Cummings talking about her vagina. Vagina.
Vagina.
I don't know, because you posted, I think, at least 2 clips from that. So I'm not sure which one, but
you did a funny take on her stand-up, and I did like a serious take about how she's a sellout for, Saudi oil money.
Yeah, we were both basically saying the same thing, right?
Right. But he's right. Maybe we should put this $9.99 to good use there.
So anyways, I apologize to everybody. Yeah, I did want to have the new board working, but obviously it's not worth not doing the show or delaying it by more than 30 minutes. That's also my bad. So we'll work that out. Next week, we can proceed with doing the show as planned. Obviously, I do not feel like a hostage, even though I may look like one in this visual rendering.
Yes, you do. Can I get any details on the wedding? Like, is the baby going to the wedding? Is everyone invited? Like, What's the deal? Can you talk about it? Are you gonna give me that look?
Maybe next week.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool. Yo, by the way, I appreciate Dave Slizot bringing attention to the socials because I have been putting in work. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get the socials growing a little bit. So if you guys aren't already following us, please check out our social media. Uh, they're different on all platforms, honestly. I don't even know. I think on Instagram, it doesn't matter pod. You'll find it.
I think also they might be in the description of the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they
yeah,
also might not be. So we can't really give you a definitive on that one either.
Yeah, forget I said that actually.
We're only 2.5 years into this, guys. We got plenty of time to work out the kinks. You know, year 3, year 4 will be a fully professional show with working boards. Don't need to switch boards 5 minutes before the show. We'll have lighting directly on our faces that will be consistent from episode to episode and won't be radically changing from one week to the next. We'll work out all of those kinks in
Yeah.
due course.
And maybe one day Shorts will not sound underwater like he just did right now. We're having a great
Gagram
night,
alert.
guys.
I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Our guy Richmond John with the 1999 Gaygram alert. He says for a new board. So yeah, if the one that you just got is not good enough, he's donating to the newer one.
Yes, you guys are a little like the junkies without drab, super organized.
Dude, you know what, dude? I resent that because I worked under drab pause, you know what I'm saying?
Pause.
For LeVar and Dukes. And if it wasn't for me, I mean, he is a very disorganized guy. So I had to make sure all the T's were crossed and all the I's were dotted, and he was very forgetful. So I resent that, but I think it's a funny thing. Pia says you look like a prisoner. Anyways, let's get to the show. We got plenty of stuff to get to.
Didn't forget how to use them hands. You know what I'm saying?
Tons of topics that we have been, filling up the show sheet with. I don't know if there's anything in your personal life. You know what? Let's start the show like we started every single week. How's your week been, Shorts? How's life?
It's great, Oathman. I couldn't be better. I'm in a fantastic mood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been reading up on the NBA. Did you know that the mafia is still around?
Like the Italian one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I thought they were long gone. Like at most, maybe they found a way to just legitimize all their businesses like prostitution, selling marijuana, drugs, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they've got their hooks deep into the NBA.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Did you see this story at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like a bunch of former NBA players are getting. I don't know if they're getting arrested or what. I saw Chauncey Billups is getting caught up for gambling. Yeah, break it down for me. I mean, no sports, no politics, of course, but break it down for me a little bit.
Well, there's all these guys that have been seemingly caught, whether you want to call it shaving points, which is like, basketball is like the most prime sport for this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because
never mind.
Well, because guys directly handle the ball, they can directly impact what happens on the play with the ball. So if a guy happens to be dribbling up the court and kicks it off his knee, gives the game away during a crucial momentum changing point in the game, and the other team wins by 2 points, and that was the difference between a bunch of people winning money gambling or losing money gambling. Hey, it's basketball. Funny things can happen. So there's been a lot of bizarre instances over the past, I guess, year or so of all these dudes making boneheaded plays or, things that almost have to be quantified by like a supercomputer where they go, why is this guy slacking in this one super specific metric? This is very bizarre. This is an outlier for him in his entire 18-year career. So there's like a couple of guys that have been like identified as just doing weird, out of character things.
Serial offenders.
Yes, and your guy, Kash Patel, the director of the FBI.
This guy?
Why you fuck me? I fuck you, bloody bastard.
That's right. He came out and let all of the mafia dons out there know that we know you guys still exist, and we're onto your fucking racket here. That's called the National Basketball Association. So I don't know, what kind of punishments are going to be meted out from this in the coming days, weeks, and months, but it's got to be severe if literally a head coach of a team is involved in this. Chauncey Billups, who's the coach of the Portland Trailblazers.
It's crazy to me hearing something like this because I don't know, man. When I hear about like pro athletes and all the money they're making, it's just wild to me that it's never enough, Like, I don't know if they spend it all too quickly and they're struggling, but it's just so weird to me that they make millions upon millions and then they're like, nah, I still got to jeopardize everything for, 200K or whatever it is.
Well, it's funny too, because you think about like, again, I thought the mafia was, if not dead, dormant, or at least maybe concealing it better. And, I would have said the same thing 15, 20 years ago. Here we are in 2025, and they're still deeply involved in one of the 4 major sports. I mean, that's crazy.
It is crazy. I mean, do you think that they're all big fat Italians in velour sweatsuits?
Well, if you look at a lot of the names, so they've been releasing a bunch of the files on Twitter, which, we can release those files, but not some other ones. But who's counting,
Yeah.
And you look at some of the names, and it's got like their real names and then their aliases. And there's like a bunch of like Left Eye Paulie and Fat Dick Ronnie, and then there's like Black Tony, and you go, whoa, who's Black Tony?
Yeah, how does that work? Is he Sicilian?
My name's Black Tony.
Hey,
just like anybody else.
My tongue up this chick's ass, right?
Go to work every day, maybe a couple of minutes late. After I sit down and watch First Take Stephen A. Smith for a couple of hours, smoke a fat spliff, eventually I'm going to show up. Oh.
My name's Silverstein, but call me Dice. Are there any Jewish dudes pretending to be Italian? That's crazy, dude. That's wild. I did see that Paul Pierce got arrested today. No sports, no politics. And I was like, oh shit, this thing is going deep. But it's because they suspect him of a DUI because he fell asleep on the freeway, something like that in his car. Honestly, when I saw that, I was like, I could see myself falling asleep in the car. You're underwater or something. I can't hear you. Jen Montana says, "Who's Fat Dick Ronnie?" Asking for a friend. Oh my gosh, that would be a nice nickname to have, Fat Dick Ronnie. Although it's kind of a burden to have that sort of expectation, when you're talking to a new chick. Are you there, Shorts? Oh god damn it, dude! I can't hear you. Motherfucker, guy, bloody bastard. You there? Okay. You know what? I can't hear you, Shorts. Actually, it's interesting you bring up Kash Patel because I found this clip from a presser of him talking about this actual investigation, and it was weird because like you can kind of understand what he's saying, but not really. And I just wanted to get your guys' take and see like, is it me or is it just difficult hearing what he's saying in the interview? All right, here we go.
Sir, flood is the Himalaya Parvati, a very rainfall, and this is the China, this is the world war, and you have, do not Narendra Modi, what is this? Cancel. I know. Japan, Rus and Russia. Do you understand?
It is man-made disaster or not?
No disaster that you like. Rainfall is not because of, do you understand my son theory? But no, you have been Underestimate the intercourse? No. Aurat, woman, is the very well. What is this? What are you doing? Are you messes? Anything? In this matter, 8-meter depth.
Now, honestly, when I heard that, dude, I was like, damn, dude, this shit is serious. It's not even like people are making fun. Yeah, I still can't hear you, Shorts. People are making fun of it, saying that, you know, it's political. They're getting their hands in the NBA because, you know, the NBA was famously left wing. But when I heard Cash Patel say, "Are you Mother Earth bitch bloody bastard?" I was like, fuck, dude, he's right, man. They do need to bring justice to these guys. So sure, I don't know if Shorts is gonna return to the show. Maybe this is gonna be an oath cast. I don't know. But that's okay. I got topics to get into with you guys. I don't know if you guys have heard about this bit. I'm sure you have. If you're out there and you have kids, you've heard this 6-7 bit that has taken the world by storm. Every kid out there is saying it randomly in school, in Shorts, you there? Okay. Anyways, yeah, the 6-7 bit. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know what was going on or what kids were doing, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. These kids do this. They wait. They're doing a maybe or you know, más o menos 6-7, and it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean like. Apparently, it means something is mid or okay or something like that. Shortsy there? Oh god, fucking dude, you're not there. I can't see. I can't hear you. It's okay. All right, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So doing the 6-7 bit, and you see it sometimes. I didn't even know what it was. Pia says, "Why is it not 6-9?" It's a good point. Good question. The reason it's 6-7 is because oh shit, Jen Montana has heard of 6-7. She says, "Is this still going on? I thought it was over once news anchors talked about it." Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I didn't hear about it until our neighbors went on their Disney cruise and they said that every kid on the Disney cruise was doing 6-7. Apparently this is like it's from god dude, you ever I mean, I'm 38, so like I'm old, you know, like not old, but you know, like I shouldn't feel weird about being late to trends. But you ever have these situations where you're so out of the loop on things that you're just like, "Oh my god, like life is like cool shit is not for me anymore." Not that 6-7 is a cool thing, but you're just like, "Oh my god, like I'm not in the know anymore." Like life has passed me by. Eventually, like luckily I still am tech savvy enough to be familiar with TikTok and how it works and shit like that, and AI a little bit. But eventually I know that someday is going to come where some social media app or some, you know, cool shit to dealing with technology is going to come around, and I'm going to be so confused by it or so disinterested that I'm not going to even bother to figure it out. And I think then I'll officially feel like I'm out of the loop. But yeah, like sometimes things happen like this where you hear about 6-7 from like the news, or like I said, my neighbor's talking about it, and you're like, what the fuck? Like I have no idea what this is. I have no idea where it's from or what it means. But like my 5-year-old daughter was saying it too. She's doing 6-7. And I asked her today, I was like, what is that? What is it? And her neighbor, her friend, I asked them both, and they were like, I don't know, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just something people say. And so I looked into it, and there's this video. I don't know if you guys saw this. It's pretty honestly, when I saw this, I was like, man, I feel bad for this girl. She's a news reporter at some game, and she is Dia says, please go back to my 6-9 question. It's 6'7" because it's a direct quote from a rap song where the guy goes like, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they took that, and who knows why things go viral. Like they just, it's so weird how things can just catch on randomly. And all right, so I wanted to show you guys this clip of this poor woman. I mean, she's probably like 22, trying to do some fucking she's on the news trying to do this quick like little blip for the local news, and she has all these drunken kids behind her acting a fool. I kind of feel bad for her because she like keeps it together. She's in good spirits, but she's also kind of hot, so I kind of feel bad for her extra because of that. But here we go.
You can definitely tell there is a new play caller in town. The offense is looking, the offense is looking a lot more versatile. They're getting their tight end in there with more reps. Still seem really characteristic with the running game, but definitely seeing a lot more passes from Malik Murphy to Trent Walker. And I think even though the game is tied, the offense has looked entirely different, and we'll see how it goes through the second half of this game.
I mean, honestly, those kids are gigantic pieces of shit for doing that. I mean, you're right, Pia. She is hot. Hang on, let's watch the rest of the clip just so we can stare at her.
Stop. 22 years old, by the way. Look at them.
I mean, dude, I don't know who she is. Shouts to that girl for keeping it together, and putting on a happy face, even though she was probably pissed off, probably like, embarrassed a little bit. You know what I mean? You're on the job and you got these crazy drunken kids around you trying to fucking ruin, ruin your what she's getting paid to do. But yeah, I think she probably, it's going to pay off for her. Like usually when people are in viral clips like this and they find a way to keep their composure and like be the bigger person in it pays off for them. But Shorts, you there? Shorts, you might just have to go on your like phone as a microphone, because I don't think either board is working for you. But yeah, I mean, honestly, those kids, it's at Oregon State. Those kids are drunk as hell. You can tell. They're probably having a fun time. She probably knew that she was going in an environment where there was going to be a bunch of drunk kids. But still, like, fucking have some, like Alexa says, what happened to people feeling shame? Yeah. Let's see. Slazat says, girl is going places. Impressive. She kept her composure. Yeah, for sure. Jen Montana, I laughed though. Richmond John, massive piece of shit. Girl is so poised and cool. Good for her. Pia says we can see him. Yes, I can see Shorts too. I don't know if we're ever gonna hear him again. I can't hear you, Shorts. But anyways, so the 6'7" bit. You heard the kid at the end of the clip go, "This kid is 22." So I guess that's the age range. It's from what my daughters are, which is, I can't hear you, Shorts. Shorts just typed in, I know you can hear me. I can't hear you, dog. So what my daughter is from 5, so she's 5. No, actually, she just turned 6. So 5, 6 to 22. That's the age range, I guess, of these of what the who's saying 6, 7, and if it's weird, what I'm saying, like when there's a trend going on and you're out of the loop, and you're probably like me and most of the listening audience, I assume, is like around my age. You don't get the bit and you don't understand why people are saying it. You feel like, what is going on? But then I started thinking about it and I was like, damn, like we used to say some really stupid shit when we were kids too. Like, and I saw a tweet that said like, Now I understand. Now I bet I probably feel how adults felt when we used to say D's nuts all the time. I don't think I ever said D's nuts all the time when I was a kid, but I definitely heard kids saying it all the time, you know? And it was just a it was just a bit I'm laughing because Pia, she says, I am old. They should have done 6'9", 69. I like that she's stuck on 69. That's funny. Uh, but anyways, Alexa says I still say D's nuts. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like, it's weird getting used to just having shit that's not for you being like thrust upon the main, the uh become mainstream. Like you start noticing that. I started noticing that when I was like in my mid 20s with music, with like mumble rap and shit like that, where I'm like, oh my God, this is so weird. Like, why is everybody loving this? And I hate it. And then I realized, oh, okay. Yo, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, look who decided to join the party.
I swear to God, I thought you were fucking with me this entire time.
Oh yeah. That's such a wacky bit, dude. Doing an oath cast in the middle
I
of
was like, no, he's doing a bit, and all the commenters are in on it. They know that we can all hear Shorts, but we have to pretend we can't hear him. Wink, wink.
I hope you guys see how freaking like paranoid and delusional Shorts is here, by the way. That's like what goes on in his mind. Where I'm fucking I'm struggling here trying to do a spur of the moment oath cast, and Shorts is like, oh, you're doing a bit.
That genuinely did go through my mind. I thought that for the past 15 minutes. I was like, I'll give him credit where credit is due. That's a very funny bit.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, you were talking about this chick, and she's super hot, obviously, and the guys were yelling 6'7" behind her. I still don't know what that means, by the way.
So let me.
Yeah, she's definitely a pro for moving forward. Like, almost like if my co-host were to suddenly be without a co-host for 15 minutes and he just kept plodding forward.
He would do the same for me, dude.
I'd probably freak out. So I don't
her name is Liv Cleary. We should try to get her on the show just because she's kind of hot. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think there's still like a pipeline for local news chicks like this anymore? I mean, I guess there is, because there's still like CNN, Fox News, and all of those like national spots for them to head to. But like I know DC used to be such a mega pipeline for all the national cable news channels, like Britt McHenry, Big Tits McHenry. Who else? Pamela Brown.
Wait, did you just say Big Tits Britt McHenry?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, I've never heard you refer to her like that.
You don't think she'd be flattered by that?
Probably, yeah. Especially after that, that viral tow truck video.
Also, big brains McHenry. Obviously, she's got those. She's got two massive brains hanging from her neck.
Yo, I'm looking her up. Olivia A. Cleary has 3. Oh shit. She's got 3,000 followers on Instagram. It showed me on the Google search results like 2.5. So, she's her numbers are moving upwards. Maybe we should try to get her on. Be like, so how? I don't know what I would ask her besides like the one question about the one video. But anyways, have you seen the 6'7" in have you seen it in action like anywhere? Like, is anyone?
I see all those clips. They're posted all the time. I even looked this up the other day, and I saw like, dude, we're just old now. We're old guys now. Like, you read these articles that are like explainers. I hate the word explainer.
Yeah.
Explainers on, have you seen your kids pop up in front of a camera behind someone yelling 6'7" and have no idea what it means? And I'm like, keep going. Yes.
Yeah.
Please continue. What does it mean? And then you read like 4 paragraphs down and they're like, so in summation, we have no idea what it means.
Yeah. I mean, so From teachers in classrooms to reporters on the street, no one is safe from the viral 6'7" meme, taking the younger generation by storm after being popularized by Charlotte Hornets point guard LaMelo Ball. A 15-year-old sophomore told the Washington Post, "It's more of an ironic thing. People are making fun of the fact that's not funny." It's originated from a song by Skrilla titled Doot Doot 6'7". The rapper told the Washington Post the inspiration came after riding past a truck with 6'7" written on it in dust in Arizona. Wow, that's fucking deep.
Isn't he a Philly rapper? I've heard of him before.
I've never heard of Skrilla. I've heard of Skrillex. Shouts to my dog Skrillex, dude.
That's dating us too at this point. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, I know, man. But it's so weird, dude. It's so fucking weird. I remember, you know how old I am, dude? Or I mean, look, I know there are
38.
dogs that are older than us. You know what I'm saying? But I remember when Fortnite was first, like, people were first talking about Fortnite. Like there was a basketball team that was a Cinderella in the Sweet 16, a Cinderella team, and they won a game they weren't expected to, and they were being interviewed in the locker room, and one of the players was like, "I'm gonna go play Fortnite," and I remember being like, "What the fuck is Fortnite?" And then back then, I remember thinking, "Damn, I'm old, dude." Like, you know what I'm saying? And
That was
now,
like 10 years ago.
I know, seriously. So anyways, I mean, I don't want to spend the whole show on 6'7", especially because I talked about it by myself for 20 minutes. Brad Payne says 6'7" is the new whoop. There it is. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyways, so I don't know if you have anything you wanted to get to. I mean, I got a ton of shit that I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, let's do the shout outs while we still can.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. All right. Shouts to the big time P1s.
It's time for our big time P1 shout outs.
Let's give a shout out to Alex, AJ McCown, Alex Davis, Brendan Cooney, Brendan Smith, Brent Wenzel, Brian Altman, Brian Busties. Shout outs to Carlos N, Chris Mays, Tard Wrangler, Chris Eller. Shout outs to Danny Loudermilk, David Slat. It's not funny, Oathman. Don't laugh at that.
Yeah.
Shout outs to David Slat, Don DeMarco, Eddie H, Ernesto Ladon, Craven Moorhead, Iron Mike Sleep, James M, Jen Montana. If you don't know, well, now you know, Oathman.
She said Oathman in that?
She did. Shout outs to Johnny Walker, JP Flame, Kevin Leahy, Kevin Smith, Korean John, Chris Stein, Lance Parker. Shout outs to Sean, Matt Broderick's, Matt Starcheck, and Matt Starcheck. Shout outs to Peter Rosecrans, Phil J, Reggie, Ron Mexico, Instagram.com/Brad Paints This, Steven Snowman, Theo H, William, and Lubomir. That is our $8 tier. You guys can subscribe at patreon.com/IDM pod for as little as $5 today. Thank you very much for supporting the podcast. We love y'all.
Shouts to the dogs. We love you guys. All right. A couple things I want to get to here. So can I just talk to you about my new, no sports, no politics, guys. You guys know I don't like to talk politics, right? I like to talk sports. But one thing I got to talk about is this new woke ass show on Netflix called Boots. I fucking love this show, dude. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I still haven't watched it, but yeah, I've seen it on Netflix a bunch of times. I usually just auto scroll right past it.
It is so gay and so good, dude. I cannot recommend it enough. So I don't know if you're like me, but like I'm kind of a sucker for military shows and movies. I think it's partially because like I wish I was courageous enough to join the military when I was younger. You know what I mean? And now I looked it up after watching Boots. I was like, how old is too old to join the military? And you and I have both aged out of it, unfortunately.
I think we can still join the Coast Guard because I think they have like a different because they're not like battle. I don't know. I'm speaking out of turn, but I'm pretty sure the age limit is different for that one.
Okay, all right, hang on. Age limit for Coast Guard. Oh, sick, dude. 41. Dude, fuck yeah, dude. I'll join the Coast Guard right now. I'll do that shit.
Dude, let's do it. I'm down. I need a job. Let's go.
No, I mean, honestly, dude, like, if it wasn't for all the cardio that you have to do in boot camp, I would have joined the military. But I can't run that much. I am very bad at the mile. I am a huge coward also. So that kind of kept me out of the running. But anyways, so I've always been like kind of, you know what else, dude? So I so you know how like my dad lived in Morocco for my entire life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like
I'm going to visit him next year.
yeah, hell yeah. So like my one of the big brother figures, fatherly figures I had was my cousin who's like 15, 20 years older than me, Monsef, who is like the badass of all badasses. And he was in the Marines, like, and he had a big, you know, the bulldog tattoo on his arm, you know, the USMC. He had a fucking flat top and shit. And I always thought, like, man, I wanna join the Marines to like make him proud, but I'm too much of a fucking bitch to do it. I can't do it, you know. Uh, so long story short, you know, I never joined the military. But I've always been interested. Like those movies and shows are so riveting, right? But so this show on Netflix is it's so gay, like I said, but so good. It's based on this memoir called The Pink Marine. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Hang on.
Pause.
About this dude in the 90s or 80s who joined the military. He joined the Marines. And he was gay as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And this is back when it was kind of a big deal, you know, to be gay in the military.
God, they get to boot camp and they're running through like a checklist. They've got like a little you know, like a what do they call that? Like a paper holder, a clipboard, and they're running down it. Whatever. You know what? I'm bailing. I'm bailing. All right. They're in the Marines. They get to boot camp. They've got a clipboard in their hands. They're running down a checklist. They're like, okay, so this cadet is a little gay. This one's pretty gay, and this one's gay as fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know if it's probably exaggerated for the show, but there's this one particular drill instructor, they call him DIs, who is like on his name is I think Cameron Cope is the main character's name. On his ass, pause, you know what I'm saying?
Pause.
And he's like, I know you're gay, dude, and I'm gonna you don't belong here, and I'm gonna fucking, you know, I'm gonna make sure you quit.
Yeah, that's why they call him the Dick Inspector.
But spoiler alert, guys, spoiler, the drill instructor that is like on this dude's ass was, and spoiler alert, guys, and like most aggressive about sniffing out the gay dude, that he turns out to be gay, you know.
Ah, a little twist, a little, yeah, it's like the old can't judge a book by its cover routine.
Yeah. But dude, like I highly recommend it. Again, I know there are people that listen to the show that are right wing conservative, are annoyed by woke shit. This shit, it's super woke, super in your face, like lots of gay sex, but it's so good that it doesn't matter. And
Plot
that's what we say.
twist. We're all gay.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting, man? Like, so in the show, there are obviously like good guys and villains and shit like that, right? Like there are some people in the platoon, some dudes in the platoon that are just bullies and just fucking, difficult to get along with. And episodes are based around them, just giving the dude a hard time. Pause. But I was like, damn, this guy's a good actor. Like, he plays a villain pretty well. And then I looked it up on Netflix. Basically the entire cast is all gay dudes. Like it's all gay dudes. Everyone in this platoon was gay. So not in real life, not in the memoir, but just like those are the actors they chose. You know?
They're like, we need to play a closeted gay dude. And they say that like 35 times while they're doing the casting call. And they're all like,
right.
No problem. I've been doing that for 15 years.
Like
everyone in Hollywood is gay.
Like this one dude, his name is Max Parker. He plays the really tough, like mean drill sergeant or whatever. First of all, he is so hot but so gay, right? And so I like looked him up because I looked him up on Twitter because I wanted to see like other pictures of him. No, I'm kidding. I wanted to see like what other movies he was in and what other people were saying about him. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. So every picture I see is him. Oh, he's a ginger, by the way, so you'd get sized. But so this is the guy, this is the drill instructor, right?
Yeah.
And like you can see all the pictures are very, you know what I'm saying, very homoerotic. But then I saw this, which is him with like the cast, right?
Yeah.
And like all these dudes are supposed to be like tough badasses. Like this kid right here is like the biggest bully of the show. And I was like, damn, dude. So damn, everybody gay?
Damn, everybody's gay?
You know, this is the type of shit that like Russian military operatives, they find this on like their Instagram pages and they put this out as like anti-American propaganda. They go, look at America's military. Look at this. This is their Marines.
Yeah. Yeah. Not again, guys, not that we have a problem. Not that we have a problem with people being gay, like whatever, I love the show. I wish I could watch it again. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But like that's the main dude, Cameron Cope. And that other dude is like he's like one of the crazy members of the platoon. Look what he's wearing. Look at that fucking green ass thong he's wearing.
Yeah. So is the entire plot of the show just a bunch of closeted gay guys joining the military and then hilarity ensues?
No, I mean honestly, dude, there's not okay. So you see this? You see that on the bottom part of the screen?
Yeah.
So there's honestly a lot of it is about being gay, obviously, but a lot of it is about just like getting through boot camp and not everybody in the show plays in the closet gay person. I think only like 2 of the actors play gay dudes.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have some straight guys, so to speak, to make the gay guys stand out.
Yeah. And so like most of the show is like just about, well, it's about how like this dude had to, get through boot camp because he is also admittedly a huge pussy. He's like, what am I doing? This is crazy. Like, he's like, I made a huge mistake, guys. So like, it's about him being a pussy, getting through it, but also being like gay and trying to like navigate that and like his interactions with dudes that he thinks are also in the closet. You know what I'm saying?
And you said this show resonated with you.
Yeah, it's basically the reason I didn't join the Marines.
Yeah, I've watched it.
I get found out. But anyways, yeah. So I highly recommend it. I think you should check it out. Again, even though it's like super woke and super gay, it's really good. So check it out.
Richmond John says, should have named it Please Ask, Do Tell.
Have
Jay,
you ever?
maybe
Go ahead,
there's maybe there's gay men kissing in this show. I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
Jen Montana, I was in the army, but very briefly. Interesting. That's cool. Shorts, did you ever what was oh shit. Brad Paints this. I tried the Marines, took the test. They told me no head injuries accepted. Damn, that sucks, dude.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Shorts? Were you ever like, man, maybe I should join the military?
So you know how like when there's people like when you're in a street, like going past a concert venue or something like that, walking on the sidewalk, they'll hand out flyers and most people just turn them down. They go, no, I'm good. Or they will completely ignore them and keep walking.
Yeah.
I am the sucker that takes it every time because I'm like, this guy, I feel bad for him. He's out here standing in the cold, like, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be here. Like
giving up his time. Like everybody's just walking past him, pretending he's not even a human being. Like, yeah, I'll read your flyer, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that happened in high school. They used to have the Marines would try to recruit from our high school hallways, which, if you think about it, is pretty insane. But this was also like height of Iraq War II, like 2004.
Yeah.
So one of these guys, I started talking to them. They're like, this is how they get you. They go a push-up contest. And then you're trying to show how strong you are for the hot girls walking by.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're in fucking Afghanistan. It's like that.
Yeah.
It almost happened. So they were like, you seem like a pretty sharp guy, pretty smart guy. I bet you do really well on an IQ test. And I was like, I mean, you know, my mom does say I'm a genius, but she's the only one. You know?
Yeah.
And they go, yeah, no, we can tell you're smart. Why don't you come by our office after school today and take our in-house IQ test? I was like, all right, well, I am free at 4:00. So I swing by there and I'm literally like sitting down at the computer, like logging on, about to start this test. And on the way over there, my mom was like, where are you? You're supposed to be home by now. No, it's 4:00. And I go, oh, I'm just taking this test real quick at this random building for these guys. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's exactly how it sounds. She goes,
yeah.
Where are you? And I go, it's the Marines aptitude test. And she literally drove over there, showed up in person, pulled me out in front of these very strong, manly men, and we're like, you are not doing this. Did you sign anything? And I was like, no, I didn't even have a chance to take the test yet.
Oh no, dude.
I'm just watching my mom pull me out by the ear, more or less, and going, oh,
She cockblocked you from war too.
So humiliating.
Holy shit, dude. Damn, man. I mean, you got to wonder, like, what would have life after that look like if we did that, you know?
Oh, I'd be dead for sure.
Why?
We would have saved everybody the embarrassment of this podcast, without a doubt. I would not be alive to do this.
Richmond
Richmond
John
says,
go ahead.
Short's got a 6.7 on the IQ test.
He also said his dad and grandpa were in the army. Damn. I would feel so guilty not. Yeah, I mean, I felt guilty not joining the Marines after like my cousin you know, was a huge part of my life growing up, but I got so much more size for bits, you know.
Dude, I remember
again, I'm a coward and a pussy, but
I had a buddy of mine join the Marines, and this was like 2008, 9ish, somewhere around like when I started working at the radio station. And I would like write him letters every once in a while because he was over there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And it was like the first time I realized, I don't even know what you put in a letter. Like, should I be like, hey, best wishes, hope you come home soon? Or should I just tell him what I got going on in my life. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I've been, I started working at the radio station. I got a full-time job. Beat out this asshole named Oathman for it.
You fucking asshole.
I've got my own office, but that's really only because there's too many offices in this building and like 13 people work here.
Yeah.
I just woke up from a nap in the office to write this letter. Anyways, I'll see you when you get home. Peace.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know.
He never came home.
He did.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That would be dark.
Sad story.
Can you imagine?
It's a really sad story. I wanted to bum everybody out by telling you. I never received correspondence back from him.
Dave Slizat says there's an alternate universe somewhere where Shorts is a high-ranking officer in the Marines. I mean, dude. I mean, you got to think. Look, respect the troops. Shouts to the troops, all that shit. But there's a lot of look. When I worked at LA Bar and Grill in Lower Arlington, that's why it was called LA Bar and Grill.
Yeah,
it was right next to Fort Myers, military base. Excuse me. And so a lot of young kids who had nothing to do but whatever they had to do on base would come to LA Bar and Grill, pull us, and just spend their Sunday there or their Saturday. And dude, I can't even tell you how many times these dudes would just get obliterated drunk and create like huge problems in the bar and be complete assholes. And so I'm not saying the military is full of assholes, but I'm saying like kind of the military has a lot of assholes, and a lot of these dudes who like don't know what else to do with their life join the military because they're like, I'll probably just fucking be in prison or something if I don't do this. In fact, there's a guy on Boots who in the show who was given the choice to either go to prison for 5 years or join the Marines. So anyways, what I'm saying is like, it's interesting how a lot of people end up with like very respectable, dignified lives and circumstances because of their choice to just, enter boot camp, versus like what their lives would have been like if they never did.
dude, my grandfather, he wanted one of his grandkids to be in one of the military academies.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the only one that had even remotely a shot, right?
Right.
Until I basically fucked off all of junior and senior year in high school. But he didn't see that. He didn't hear any of that. He didn't know that I was like a terrible student, that I didn't apply myself whatsoever. He just saw, I played varsity baseball.
Hell yeah.
I did sit a lot on varsity baseball for sure.
Mhm.
I was super athletic. I was always going to the gyms, and then he would just see the outward facing appearance, and he like legitimately got his hopes up that I would talk him up for years leading up to that before, I completely bombed out in school. And I'd be like, yeah, I think Air Force Academy, that would be a really cool option for me. I remember realizing I had like a 2.6 GPA by like senior year, and then looking up the requirements for the Air Force Academy, and it's like a 4.0 or 3.9 or higher.
What? Really?
I had to break the news to my grandfather. Sadly, I don't think any of the academies are going to be happening.
Maybe the police academy.
Yeah, you can now peacefully die in shame.
Oh God. Poor Grandpa Shorts, dude. Shit. Jem Montana's, you know what? Jem Montana was talking shit when you were struggling with the board earlier today. She's talking a little bit of shit now. Jen, I'm watching you. I'm on your ass. She says, wow, can you imagine Shorts as a Marine, driving a Dodge Challenger, eating crayons? That's fucked up, Jen. That's fucked up.
That's probably pretty close to what it would be.
Richmond John says, Shorts is smart and disciplined. I can see it. No bits. Hell yeah. But what was I gonna say? fuck, I forget. Anyways, but yeah, so again, I recommend watching that show. I think I'm putting my Oathman stamp on it, stamp of approval. I don't do this a lot, you know. I did this, I think, for the show about the AA meeting on Netflix with the dude from Office Space.
Oh wow, you're gonna give it 4 out of 5 white powers?
No, I'm just saying, you know.
I see you holding your
Maybe I'll give it like I'd give it like 4.5 alhamdulillahs. You know what I'm saying? But warn yourself. I'm warning you. There's a lot of man ass in it.
I really need like a break from Netflix. Like it's just it's too much right now. It's just
Really?
too much. Yeah, and I'm you know, I was watching this show called I think it's called Wayward a couple weeks ago.
With Tony Collette.
Yes, yes, she is like one of the main characters, not the main character, but I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. I'll give it a shot. I get like maybe 10, 15 minutes into the first episode.
Yeah.
And there's this chick, like kind of like butchy kind of lesbian.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And she had just moved to the town with her girlfriend, who's, you know, very
pregnant girlfriend.
Pregnant girlfriend, very feminine.
Because she knocked her up, even though, yeah.
Well, I'm watching it, and you know, this butchy one, she had taken a job with like the local police department, and she's riding along with her new, I guess, partner, so to speak.
Yeah.
In the police department, and he's like, yeah, I think you're gonna, you know, you seem like a pretty good dude. You're gonna fit in here well with the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second, what am I watching? What did he just? I go, is this supposed to be a comedy? Like, clearly, blatantly calling this chick a dude. And then you look it up. It is respectfully a transgender male.
Is she trans? Is he trans? I don't know. No sports, no politics, but it's a female with the Justin Bieber haircut. Yeah.
But every time you hear him talk, it sounds like a chick just doing dude things, which is fine either way. But I was genuinely flummoxed when I was watching it, because every time they referred to him as a him, dude, it took me completely out of the scene, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot this is supposed to be an actual dude. Okay.
It does take you out of it a little bit. Like no sports, no politics, guys. You know how we feel. But
I'm just telling you, watch it and tell me you think anything differently.
Bro, I did. I watched the first like 2 episodes, and I couldn't. I mean, not that I have a problem with it, you know, guys, but I couldn't. Okay, for instance, there's a scene where the female playing a dude is like supposed to investigate some spooky shit that's going on in the garage or something like that. You remember this? And the dog is like barking at the door, and the pregnant girlfriend is like looking at the door, and the chick who's supposed to be the dude is scared to go in, and she looks at the pregnant girlfriend, and the pregnant girlfriend's like, you're supposed to be the badass cop. And I couldn't, and I mean, this is probably like, you know, this is probably my bigotry, but I couldn't help but think like, oh dude, if it was just a dude, he would have just gone into the garage without, you know, all this back and forth about whether or not she's an actual dude or not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they're creating all these scenarios where this man, obviously a man, clearly a man, is supposed to be in manly situations. It feels like they're sledgehammering it in. It's like, you know, lumping him in with a scene with a bunch of guys. They're sitting around drinking beers, and it's like one guy
they're farting, they're burping. Yeah.
Yeah, one guy looks over at him, and he's like, I gotta piss. You gotta piss? Let's go hang our dicks out.
Yeah,
You guys are trying too hard, I think.
I know. But you know what's interesting? You know Toni Collette. You know Do you know how what kind of role she was playing early in her career?
No.
She used to be like the embarrassing, like ugly fat friend in movies. Like she was like comedic relief, sort of.
Really? Yeah, I don't I've only seen her like in a couple of odd things like every 4 or 5 years, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a file on what kind of type.
Yeah, there's a movie called Muriel's Wedding where she's in it and she's like the fat, embarrassing friend, but she's so funny in it. It's just interesting. Her, I'm not even going to finish the sentence. It's so boring. Brad Payson says, I'm rewatching Vikings on Netflix. Fantastic. I've never seen that. A lot of people tell me I should check it out. Maybe I should check it out.
Well, it's
all
only been out for like 10 years. So yeah, you got time.
Bruh, you just finished the Osbournes, dog. Come on. Boy, what the hell, boy?
But what the hell?
All right. Okay. As always, we got to give a shout out to our guy, our dog, the one and only Money Mike.
In Northern Virginia, where the sun always shines, Money Mike, he fixes any kind of pipeline.
Let's give a quick shout out to our guy, Mike Cook of Money Mike's Plumbing. Mike Cook just snaked me out last week. Our kitchen sink was not draining on either side. It's like a double sink situation. And both sides were filled up with water. And I was like, I don't know what we're going to do because I'm not a man. I tried to plunger to it. Nothing happened. The water just went from one side to the other. And I switched the plunger to the other side, and the water went back to the other side. And I was like, I got to call Mike Cook. He's the only guy I know who can fix this. Mike Cook came over. He took a look at the problem. He said, I see what's going on here. He stuck his snake down in the hole.
Hey, yo, jeez.
Pause.
And he said, Shorts, I need to come back when I got a bigger snake. He came back the next day, stuck an even bigger snake down the hole. I watched it just kind of coiling in and out of the hole for like 20, 30 minutes. And then I heard just kind of like a release sound, like the sound of like a big release. And then Mike said, I got it. That's it. And he said, I'm all done here. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I went back to where he was working. I looked at the sink and it's completely empty, completely drained. So Mike Cook, I am living proof. If you guys need a plumber, you need quality service, you need the job done right, he will go above and beyond the call. Mike Cook is licensed and insured. He does commercial and residential jobs. There's no job that's too big or too small. So next time you need a plumber, give Mike Cook a call at 703-501-1926. And if you mention IDM, he'll hook you with a 10% discount. Again, 703-501-1926, or reach him at his website, thecliftonplumber.com. We'll see you guys on the Patreon. Love you.
Big show. Dial 703-501-1926. Let him know. Mention IDM. Get 10% off your